Hold up. Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step. I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bet.
Welcome back, y'all. This is the Double M Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jesus Dinero, here with my co-host,
Puma El Gato.
What do we got going on tonight, my man?
Two banger fights set on for UFC 323. Let's talk about it.
Listen, man, we have a couple of banger of fights. One of them I was not completely aware that it was going on in this UFC pay-per-view. My boy here let me know. I did obviously know about Merab and Peter Yan, and then, of course, now we have Joshua Van versus Pantoja. And listen, man, Van came out of nowhere. Well, you guys all saw the spectacular fight, the banger of a fight, the lesson that he taught Royval. And listen, Royval ain't no pushover, man. Royval was number one contender for a reason. But for this man to come from, somewhere in below the top 10 and just absolutely smash Royval like he did, he called his shot, man. He's like, can I please get a shot? I deserve a shot. And here we are. The man's getting a shot. But he's getting a shot against a man who ain't no joke himself. Listen, Pantoja has been on an intense streak, a phenomenal win streak, and I feel like the only real thing working in the favor of Van is the age difference. That's really about it. Skill-wise, I personally do believe Pantoja's better. I do believe Pantoja has more tools in the belt, more experience, has fought better competition, so on and so on and so on. So I personally believe Pantoja's going to be the winner of this fight. Now, don't get me wrong. If Joshua Van has another spectacular stand-up performance like he did, I don't think there's anything Pantoja can do to stop him. The reason I say that is because you guys all saw what he did to Royval, and Royval was number one at that time. And for us to get this unknown in the fight in there, I don't know if Royval thought maybe this is going to be a layup for me or what. But clearly, Joshua Van is no pushover, man. I'm going to throw my money on Pantoja just because, again, of all the things I listed, has fought better competition. He's a champion for a reason. He's on a phenomenal win streak. Has defeated a lot of the top dudes. All these things that, unfortunately, Joshua Van just hasn't had the time to accumulate. While he was making his way up the rankings, he wasn't even in the top 10, I don't believe. So because of all that, I'm still going to stick with Pantoja. Pantoja's just looked phenomenal lately, guys. All the victories that he stringed together with phenomenal names, I feel like he's that guy right now in that division. So I'm personally picking Pantoja, and I'll be honest with you, I could see either by a mid-round finish, maybe third or fourth round finish, or a unanimous decision for Pantoja. What do you think about that, my man?
This has the makings of MMA's very own Rocky 1 story. Joshua Van coming absolutely out of nowhere in the rankings. Again, like you said, not even ranked 10. I think it was ranked 13 when he fought against Royval. And the fact that he beat not only the number one contender, but he's also stamping his claim to go for the gold against Alexander Pantoja. Absolutely movie-making history right here. That being said, when I said Rocky 1, I said Rocky 1 for a reason. I do think Joshua Van is going to put up a hell of a fight against Pantoja, but I do think Pantoja is going to stuff him out. As far as the result goes, Pantoja is going to be clutching onto that belt before the ring and after the ring. Do I think it's going to be an easy fight for Pantoja? I don't think so. I think Joshua Van is going to give up as best as a fight as he absolutely can. That being said, personally it's not going to be enough. Pantoja is still going to be clutching onto that UFC gold. Now, what do we got for the main event?
Listen, man, we have a repeat. We have another fight where Merab is showing why he's lapping his division. We have Merab versus Peter Yan 2. And listen, if you go back and watch the first fight between him and Merab clearly dominating, clearly doing well, just like he's been on the string of victories consistently on and on and on. I don't think anything can stop Merab right now. I think an eventual move up in weight is more than likely going to happen. I think Merab is just that guy right now. While Peter Yan is a great guy, Peter Yan has made a series of mistakes with himself, with his career, with a number of his different fights. And I think because of that, unfortunately, he's just never he's never gotten to the point where he needs to be as far as who Peter Yan is. Peter Yan's a phenomenal fighter. Don't get it twisted. Phenomenal fighter. But he's just not that guy anymore. He's just not the peak. He's just not the top of the mountain like Merab currently is. Merab has looked more and more dominant every single fight. I mean, this dude's making fun of dudes. This dude's kissing dudes on the back of his head. This dude's pointing and laughing at his opponents when he's taking them down. He's stunting on him. He's not even just winning. He's stunting on these people. So with that being said, I don't think Peter Yan has anything in the tool bag to be able to beat Merab. Merab is gonna smother him, drag him down into the depths of the ocean, and drown him until he wins a fight, more than likely via unanimous decision. What do you think about that, my man?
I don't know if I've said this on the pod or if I said this in passing conversation with this guy right here, but Merab is an absolute machine. Again, he's called a machine for a reason. That this man has absolutely, practically unlimited stamina. Wrestling, top tier. Damn near past Olympic level at this point. Striking, well, not the best. At the very least, he's beaten elites that were strikers themselves, again, like Sugar Sean, for an example. So, the combination of S-tier wrestling, S-tier stamina, I'd say, I'll be generous, probably B+ striking, but again, he's matched against elite strikers, goes to show that he is bantamweight champion for a reason. And the one thing that I think will stamp out Merab is if you can't out-wrestle him. First and foremost, you can't out-wrestle him. His stamina is way too big for that. So, what can you do to stop Merab? Well, the only way to stop Merab, I think at this point, is to shut his lights out permanently. Get him onto the ring and staring at the ceiling lights. Now, all that being said, does Peter Yan have stopping power? I think he did about 10 years ago, but that's it. So, that being said, I don't think Peter Yan has anything for Merab at this point. He's just trying to get another shot at the gold, and unfortunately, it's going to be way too far gone for him to even be considered UFC champion at this point. Merab is still clutching onto that belt by UD, and that is all I have for that match.
Listen, man, if a completely frozen leg can't crack the head of Merab to the point where he knocks him out, I highly doubt Peter Yan is going to be able to do that. So it'll be interesting to see how Peter Yan copes with the wrestling, copes with the stamina, copes with the unbreakable chin of Merab. But I think we both called it, man. UD decision, Merab Dvalishvili, and still. And with that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you in the next one.